Hey you, yes you, if you are new to this channel, subscribe and hit that notification button so you get a notification whenever I upload, nigga. And obviously, don't forget to like the video, fuck you mean. This video is part of a playlist which talk about how technology will wipe out the shinobi world, so check out those videos as well. So the first video talking about the technology that will potentially wipe out the shinobi world that Boruto lives in is the tailed beast drug. Now for those people who do not know what the tailed beast drug is, the tailed beast drug is a pill which allows you to turn into a temporary jinchuriki. That is right, you heard me right, a temporary jinchuriki. And in this video I will talk about what kind of effect this drug can have on Boruto's world and why Boruto will face threats worse than what Naruto has faced because of this new technology, and the possibilities of what this invention can mean for the future. There were Konoha Anbu who decided to capitalize on Naruto after his final fight with Sasuke at the Valley of the End. With their knowledge of Sasuke and Naruto fighting, you could assume they were survivors of the 4th Shinobi War and even participated in it. After the Shinobi War, these two decided they had the perfect opportunity to harvest the DNA of Naruto for a sinister purpose. Straight after Team 7 left the valley, Anbu personnel from Konoha descended into the valley. They removed some soil and gathered some fragments of rocks. This is because they got an idea through observing the Gold and Silver brothers in their tail beast mode. Witnessing this got them fascinated by the tail beast power Genkaku and Kinkaku were able to use, even though the brothers were not Jinchuriki. These two ninjas are called Kido Tsumiki, a high-ranking member of Root, and Magire, a medical ninja. Kido used to be aligned with Danzo, so you could assume Kido was part of Danzo's team of scientists which carried out lab experiments in secret like Tanuki Shigaraki did with the new way in Boruto. Upon seeing Genkaku and Kinkaku use their tail beast chakra without the need of a tailed beast, they tried to replicate the ability with the intent of distributing such dangerous technology to areas around the world, which still continued with conflict in order to capitalize on their need for powerful weapons. If they saw Genkaku and Kinkaku, that means they were in Daru's division because they were the ones that dealt with the Gold and Silver brothers. Straight after the war was over, Naruto and Sasuke fought at the Valley of the End until they both lost an arm as well as a lot of blood. Straight after Sasuke and Naruto were carried away from the Valley of the End, a few Konoha Anbu descended down the valley and collected blood tissue, rocks and dirt soaked with blood, as well as hair samples from Sasuke and Naruto. They also searched Samurai Bridge for Sasuke's DNA, and lastly the Naka Shrine where Sasuke went to revive the past Hokage. What they did with Naruto's DNA alone is what I'm going to be talking about in this video. What I'm talking about is obviously the tailed beast drug. Cells taken from Naruto's hair were used to extract tailed beast chakra within it. However, the cells did not contain enough chakra since they were small, so they captured a descendant of the Sage of Six Paths, then used his cells to cultivate Naruto's cells so they would multiply, thus multiplying the tailed beast chakra within those cells. The cells would grow to an extent where they could take huge chunks of it to produce entire boxes of tailed beast chakra drugs. These drugs consisted of pills which, if were ingested, will cloak the user in a light purple coat of tailed beast chakra identical to the version 1 form of jinchurikis. This is similar to the way in which Naruto coated the ninjas within the war with tailed beast chakra cloaks. If technology like this appeared in Boruto, think of how easily it could change the plot as well as the intensity of the show. The villain would be interesting since people would be dying to figure out how someone managed to create something unimaginable as a tailed beast cloak, let alone turn them into pills for distribution. Don't even make the mistake of thinking that these pills give you bootleg chakra. In fact, Taking one of these pills grants you more tail beast power than the cloak Naruto gave the ninjas during the war, meaning if you take these pills, they temporarily bring you to the level of Ginkaku and Genkaku, people who took down the second Hokage. Keep in mind, it was the Gold and Silver brothers using tail beast chakra, so it would make sense that they would be formidable opponents. You do gain some power as them, however how effective you fight with the power the pill grants you depends on your fighting ability. That in itself is dangerous enough if the wrong person got their hands on it. Kido and Magire created enough pills to serve some to their henchmen, who then used it to gain one-tail chakra cloaks so they could attack the daimyo. The abilities of such technology will obviously be deadly, but let me explain to you just how much. Number 1, by taking in the tail beast drug, which comes in the form of a capsule, you will get the same chakra cloak of a version 1 jinchuriki. Number 2, the cloak won't be typically red in color, but instead the fake chakra will develop a lighter purple look on anyone who takes the pill. Number 3, the cloaks come with tails, which prove to be a better version of what Naruto gave the Ninja Alliance in the war. Number 4, the tails can maneuver around in the form of arms in the same way Naruto used it against Sasuke in his first fight. They are powerful to the point one henchman almost took out Sakura by holding her by her throat with one chakra arm while landing a barrage of attacks on her, nearly finishing her. Keep in mind, this is just a henchman. These are not the main villains, these are just henchmen, and they nearly took out Sakura. Number 5, the amount of tails that sprout from the cloak depends on the quantity of the user's chakra reserves. For example, someone with horrible chakra reserves like Kakashi would probably sprout 1 to 3 tails compared to Boruto, who would sprout 9 due to his huge chakra reserve. Number 6, unlike the Ninja Alliance's cloak, this one can produce several light orbs which can cause a burning sensation. From that description alone, you can say that they are referring to the light orbs Sora created with his mouth in the filler arc. All tails sprouted can be used to create these light orbs and fire them at opponents. Number 7, the pills give you the ability to turn into the version 2 form of a jinchuriki, which proves Kido and Magire have successfully replicated the abilities of Gengaku and Kenkaku. Number 8, finally, the last ability allows you to fire a full-blown tail beast bomb at your targets with full damage. Kido fired a tail beast bomb at Sakura, which she avoided on time. However, the destruction pulled out trees from the ground of the forest in which he was fighting. It is exactly the same effect as Naruto first demonstrated when he turned into his version 2 form against Orochimaru. With all that being stated, let's go on to the weaknesses of the drug, because even though it makes you overpowered, there are certain things the drugs cannot do. First of all, number 1, the tail beast cloak does not protect you from any external sources, for example weaponry. Magire got stabbed in his back because the tail beast chakra did not protect him, thus making that a weakness. However, the tails can make up for the weakness because they can deflect any weapons that are incoming, and I'm talking about the version 1 cloak. Number 2, the tail beast cloak has a time limit. During combat, henchmen lost their chakra cloaks, meaning that you cannot keep the chakra cloak forever, so it is temporary, and that is exactly what the pill is for. Number 3, Sakura defeated Kido by constantly focusing her punches at a single point on Kido's body, thus cracking the version 2 cloak like a Susanoo would crack. Keep in mind, it took everything Sakura had. She even had to resort to using her Byakugo seal, which eventually will shorten your life because of how it works, and it took every ounce of power in order to take this person down because of the amount of power this tail beast chakra pill gives you. At the end of the battle, eventually Sakura won, but she was just on the verge of losing 100% of her chakra, meaning she could have died. And that is just taking out one of these people with the version 2 cloak. What if this guy actually powered an entire army with tail beast chakra pills? That is even better than what Naruto could do for the Shinobi Alliance. With all that being said, the power of the pill leaves you with more pros than cons for you to consider even using the pills in combat. Now, the main point of developing this technology was to distribute it to consumers who are still in the midst of conflict. Kido and Magire tried to start a corporation in order to produce these drugs on a mass scale. Keep in mind, they already created boxes of this stuff sitting in their numerous hideouts. Imagine the disasters that could occur if these pills got purchased by the wrong people. Imagine what would happen if CHAKRA got their hands on these pills. What kind of disasters that group could cause by themselves. Suddenly, it would be possible for them to be able to destroy Konoha. With this kind of power, these people can wipe out entire villages of the map like it was nothing. They can wipe out entire villages clean like there was nothing there. You know how Naruto came to Konoha when Pain destroyed it and he says, "I can't see anything, there's nothing here." This is the exact same thing. These people will wipe it out clean like it was nothing, like nothing existed there. You had one individual who could launch a tail beast bomb similar to a real jinchuriki. Now, if you feed an entire army of people who have good chakra reserves, you can create a barrage of tail beast bombs which can evaporate an entire village, let alone a country. Now, CHAKRA has been hyped up to be a type of organization capable of destroying entire nations. Now, if they got their hands on this type of power, they can destroy Konoha easy. It will just be child's play. The only obstacle one person would have to face is to get the pills, because they have been confiscated and given to Shizune to hide, meaning that the pills have not been destroyed because there has been no mention of the pills being destroyed. It's only that they have been confiscated, meaning that it is still possible for someone to find them by contacting Shizune or by forcing the location of the pills out of her. And this leaves the possibility of someone finding these pills and using them for the wrong purposes. Kido and Magire would have been interesting villains to have in the Boruto series. Their simple henchmen were fighting in tail beast chakra. When you have normal villains who have an army of temporary jinchuriki, not tail beast cloaked like the Shinobi Alliance, but temporary pseudo jinchuriki like Sora. If that's not badass, then I don't know what else is to say about this. These people have developed a drug to give you Gingaku and Kinkaku's abilities with no side effects for a period of time. With no side effects, that means you can keep using these pills left to right and nothing will happen to you. The scary thing is, it's been above 10 years since Kido and Magire have been defeated, and the thing is, during these 10 years, villagers have adapted to new technology, meaning they can do even more. Now, with the fact that technology has advanced 10 years ahead, scientists in the Naruto universe will create even worse technologies out there. We already have CHAKRA, which have something which is supposedly worth more than an entire country. This is what Boruto is up against. These are the challenges that Boruto will have to overcome in terms of becoming a better ninja. And I strictly believe that technology is going to take over the ninja world and ninjas are going to be no more. Because guess what? In real life, because of technology, we no longer use swords and arrows. Instead, we use bullets and other forms of technology in order to fight warfare. And at the pace that Naruto's world is developing, I mean, it barely took them any time at all to catch up with what we have now in real life in just a short amount of time. So with that being said, it is very easy for them to get into this new age of technology, and as you can see, there are ninja tools coming out, and I'm going to be talking about those too, because these are what are going to destroy the ninjas. If any of the information in here was new to you, then subscribe, because I'm going to be uploading more videos talking about other things that you may not know existed in the Naruto universe, as well as checking out some of my playlists at the end. And obviously I'm going to be adding more videos talking about what technology can do to the ninjas onto this playlist, so be sure to check that out, as well as the videos coming at the end. Like the video if you really enjoyed it, subscribe and hit that notification button. Make sure to hit that notification button, rate the video, and check out some of the videos at the end, because they might entertain you. With that being said, I have nothing more to say. Leave your comments below, let me know what you think, and bye.